Hello ladies and gentlemen, Tevaron here, and welcome to Nantucket. I had requested review code for this game a couple of months back because the gameplay that I saw while watching a couple of streams intrigued me greatly, and the devs have seen fit to send code my way, so we're going to dive into this and see how it goes. Depending on the reception, we may continue to play, or it may just be a one-off. We'll see how that shakes out. I've played a few minutes, went through the tutorial and things just to learn how things worked, interface-wise, which is not to say I won't make mistakes, because of course I will. And yet, we shall still manage to have some fun, so let's go. Alright, we've done the tutorial, so let's turn the tutorial off. We get to assign 1 point to either hunting, sailing, science, or crafting. Nantucket, if you hadn't guessed, maybe by the name of our character by default here, is based on the book Moby Dick. And we have to change that name, of course. So we are whale hunters, and I think off the bat we're going to want hunting skills, so we'll start with that. Can choose our trait. I think that I'm going to go for healthy, as that gives us 1 HP per level, and if our captain dies, then the game is over, so we want to keep him alive. Let's do that, and let's begin.
Drink ye, harpooners, drink and swear, ye men that man the deathful whale boat's bow. Death to Moby Dick! God hunt us all if we do not hunt Moby Dick to his death.
Cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm. I was cursed twice by the Lord for my blasphemous promise to hunt Moby Dick, and by Ahab for surviving the Pequod and its sons swallowed by the sea. I was craving to conquer my spot in heaven by striking my iron in Moby Dick's heart. So I headed back to Nantucket, looking for a new ship and wealth-seeking sailors.
Alrighty, so what do you think of that? We are Tevaron, Ishmael, as the game wants us to be, and we have survived the wreck of Ahab's ship while hunting Moby Dick. Okay, so there's a lot of things that we can do here. Right off the bat, we need to hire some crew members. The crew members we can hire are restricted by our prestige. Each level of crew member that we hire is 1 prestige. And I don't think that we want to go with cabin boys. Those have no skills right off the bat. I think we're going to go with a hunter paired up with our captain, who also has a point in hunting. That should be pretty good. Allow us to get some, maybe not easy, but easier whale hunting done in the early game. So Lewis has covering fire against humans. Also greedy, so we have to pay him 0.2% more. I think that's fine. That's almost nothing, to be honest. Let's hire him. We may not keep him. We may get rid of him. Then I think we want a sailor to go at our helm. John is going to fit into our prestige cap, so we'll go ahead and grab him. He also has a bad trait, it looks like. Closed-minded. Less EXP per day of navigation. Not real happy about that, but we don't have much choice. Then I think we're also going to go with a scientist for healing type stuff. Alan will fit nicely in there, and looks like he has no traits positive or negative, so let's grab him. Can we rename people? I never tried that in the few minutes that I played the game. It looks like no. Why is all your morale's negative 99? Maybe it's because you're unemployed? Either way, I guess we'll see how that's going when we get out there. We can look in the newspaper and read some headlines and stuff about things that were going on at the time. But the more important thing is jobs, where we can get a little bit of extra income. They want us to discover a new whaling area. Various ships have reported the presence of large quantities of whales in Baffin Bay. Could be a new whale hunting area. We can get $200 for that. Sounds good to me. We will take it. We want to supply ourselves. We only have so much cargo space, 64 units, I guess total barrels. So I think we're going to go for 100 days on all our supplies. 100 days of water should be more than enough to get us wherever we're going and back, as I don't think the first one's ever very far away. And also on grog, well, kind of overspent there. We can give it right back. And then wood, there we go. Maybe a Freudian slip on the too much grog, you think? And also before we head out, I think we want to start a ship upgrade going. The ship we start with is pretty bad, the Melville, a rotten sloop, 1 out of 5 stars. Very small, very low technology. We can upgrade to bigger and bigger ships as time goes on by upgrading our technology and just purchasing it. This is 11,500. But for now, I think we want to start the research of more harpoon base damage. Ours right now is 6. We can up it to 8 for $200 in 90 days of research. So I think we're going to start that. Yeah, and the technology level's not lost when buying a new ship. Let's not show that again. I think that's fine. So we need to get some money coming in as we've got money going out, and we need to balance that, hopefully in favor of the money coming in. Another really good thing about this game, which is one of the things that drew me to it, if I could speak, and I hope that we get to hear one soon, is the rollicking sea shanties that this game throws our way. The vocals and harmonizing are just amazing. Ooh, looks like we've got a whale. There she blows. Your lookout yowls as he spots a fin in the distance. Could be a precious whale, or a shark, I suppose, but we'll give it a try. You don't want to send your men to hunt whales alone. I tried that, and even though it says 0% chance here, the couple of times I tried it, they were not very successful. So even if we don't put our captain in the boat, I think that we want to supervise. This is sort of a card-based dice rolling mechanic. So we're going to assign our hunters, get there, and we're going to put John in too because he can roll a die and give protective maneuvers and protect people. As you can see, this is a 6-sided die just laid out flat to show what's possible to roll. Also, forgot to mention at the very beginning, go ahead and continue here, that the game does have a permadeath survival type mode, which is the only mode in which you can earn achievements, but we're not going to be going for that. I don't think too much risk of losing everything. So this time we got a random combat condition, sunny, seagulls, creatures play their cards face up, so we know it's going to attack for 2 damage and add a bleeding status. So we get to roll our dice. Normally this is played face down, and we've got damage here. It's got 3 health, so we win that exchange. And it didn't even get to hit us. Awesome. Then we've got 2 blubber, 1 food, I guess just whale meat. And we'll go ahead and take all of that and continue on our merry way. We could stay here and hunt some more, but I think we want to complete this quest. Then if we want to hunt some more on our way back, maybe we'll do that. These areas are only active during certain times. This one's active from December 21st to March 19th. Still got 2 months on that, so that seems okay. Let's get the game going a little bit faster. 3 times speed there. Fin ahoy! Your lookout yowls as he spots a fin in the distance. Maybe the whale sighting rumors about this area were true. Yeah, except I just realized I need to change some stuff around. Yeah, I thought it might have. We need to put our sailor actually at the helm. I think that will serve us a little better. Then we can lower whale boats and check the area. And I think we'll just go with the exact same crew as before. Yeah, it's a baby narwhal. Public disclaimer, I am not in approval of whale hunting when it is not in a game. Very glad that a lot of that practice has ceased, though I know it does still go on in some amount around the world. Yeah, these things don't provide very much, the baby ones, which is why I don't think we're going to waste time trying to get there. Looks like our quest is complete, so we don't have to go all the way to the place that we marked. We can head on back. Right click to do that on the place there. Thank you very much. And I don't think we're going to hunt narwhals here either, because I'm pretty sure I spent like 5 or 6 minutes, 5 or 6 battles, I guess you could say, hunting right there, and they were all babies, so I'm not really into that. Just not enough value for the amount of time we'll spend. Hopefully we'll get to find some more whales, or some more adult whales that are worth a bit more. So when we enter the harbor, we get to sell all of our excess cargo. Got $90. We get to keep $79, and our crew gets 11. That's pretty good in our favor, I think. We can also sell off like 1 unit of the food. 98 days seems fine. We need to restock. I still want to keep like right around 100 days of everything, just in case. We can claim our reward. And there is a quest down here that we don't have the level requirements for. Captain needs to be at least 10th level. That's a long way off. We're 1st level right now. Then we could fire people, get new people, but I think that we're fine doing what we are. I don't think our thing's ready. It is going to be done on March 31st, so we can do some exploring at this point. And I think we want to do that to open up some of this fog of war and whatnot. I think we're going to go to Horsham and then over to Peterhead in England. By the time we get back, our research will definitely be done. We can do research in multiple harbors. I don't think Horsham's one that we can. Maybe it just doesn't have the facilities. There's harbors here at Cape Town, but Peterhead does, so we'll start some research going there. We want to get our ship upgraded as quickly as possible. Want to upgrade to a bigger ship too. Let's see. Working shoulder by shoulder with one of your men, you notice his greed. He meticulously checks every ration of grog, food, and water to see if someone else got more of them than him. Take bigger rations from yourself and let him know. Or for yourself. So 50% chance that he will lose the greedy trait, but 50% chance that we will gain the greedy trait. I'm not sure about that. Greedy may actually be a good trait for us as a captain, even though it's marked as bad in red, as I think that maybe that will mean we get to pay our crew less. Let's try it for science. Okay, so we got greedy. He still has a greedy. What we need to check, though, is... Where are you? There we go. What is this? Yeah, it lowers the crew lay per level. That is actually a good trait, despite the game claiming it's bad. Of course, maybe that has other repercussions that we're just not aware of. Alright, nothing really to do in Horsham. Maybe we can pick up a job, discover a new whaling area? Sure, we'll do that. 21 days away. Looks like it's in the Caribbean. Shouldn't be too awfully bad. Then we should make sure that our supplies are topped off. I think we'll buy one more of those, one more of those. That should be fine. And sell on out. Alright, so the potential ground is down there. I think we want to... Ooh. Oh, okay, that's the quest. That's not that our research is done. We're still almost 2 months away from that. So let's go to Peterhead first. We'll start some research going there. Then we may just make the rounds back down to the whaling area, back up to Horsham and complete that, then over to Nantucket to get our research. Hopefully these whales down here are a bit more valuable than the newborn narwhals that the game was presenting us for a while there. Looks like we got slowed down as we were sailing against the wind. Alright, yep, no money incoming. Hello, have you got a job for us? Deliver goods to Honolulu. Well, we don't have enough cargo space for that. It's also 120 days away, so not sure I'd want to even if we could. Yep, so none of these are very good for us. Let's see, we've got $539. I think our next upgrade should probably be hold compartment. Will give us plus 8% of cargo space. We'll get that started. We'll be ready on the 2nd of June. That seems okay. Let's go ahead and re-top off our supplies. There we go. And we will sail away again. I promise we'll get some more whaling done fairly soon. I think the ultimate goal of this game is to actually hunt Moby Dick. I don't know if I'm being completely accurate on that, but it seems like the case. Makes sense to me. Oh yeah, got to unpause. Forgot about that. Spacebar for the hotkey. I really wish the game would throw us a sea shanty. Maybe we need to get our crew's morale higher for that to start triggering. We got average morale of 2. Lewis is really happy. Oh, everybody's going down as time passes. Well, that makes sense, I suppose. We need to get some money in the hold to make everyone a little bit happier. Ooh, got an event. While inspecting your ship, you notice that one of your men has set up a gambling table, but he uses loaded dice to scam money from his shipmates. Expose the plan and punish his behavior. We'll get diligent, which is a pretty good trait. I got that in my testing. I think it gives us an extra skill point. He'll lose some morale. I don't think that really bothers us that much. Okay. We can get some money by threatening to expose his plan and extorting him, basically. We can try to remove his greedy trait, which would help us, but it's only 5%. Let's go ahead and get diligent. That seems really good to me. Yep, lets us get a new working skill. Awesome. I think we are going to add it to hunting. We also want to go into sailing and science. There's a couple of things in those paths that I want on our captain so that he can be really effective in the whaling boat. So I think that's the last point, at least for a while, that we're going to put into hunting. Whales have a chance when you're hunting, when they attack you, to knock you overboard. There's a sailing perk that you can get at a certain level that makes it to where they can't do that to anyone in your boat. And there's a science perk that helps with healing. To have all of those on one character will be very nice. That way we can put our captain and 2 hunters in one whaling boat and just whale away, so to speak. Fin ahoy! Alrighty, let's lower the whale boats then. Ooh, a shark encounter. Alright, so this could be very dangerous. Let's hope that we are equipped. Great white shark. It's a newborn though, it's only got 3 HP, should be fine. Maybe if it were an adult, we would be a bit more scared. Alright, no blubber on sharks apparently, but we can take some shark fins for soup. And wait now. Oh, okay, so not every quest to find a new whaling area is going to be successful. We still get money though, so that's cool. And there's one of those shanties. Let's just listen.
Is on the quarter, the sails are full and free. There's not another whaler a sail in the Arctic Sea. Can beat the old Balaner, and she need not try it on. For we challenge all, both great and small. From Gundy to St. John's, there's the new built Terra Nova. She's a model with
very nice. I really like that. Let's get our reward. And then I guess we'll just sail on away while they serenade us.
But you couldn't beat Balaner on the passage from Dundee.
Oh, I forgot to resupply. We can dilute the rum. Let's get teetotalers so that we can use less rum. I think we should be okay to get back. Need to be careful about that. Need to make sure and keep our supplies at a good level there.
Canvas and barely raises steam, and Captain Gay with the errand boy goes plowing through the stream.
Well, certainly not the best shanty that I've heard the game throw my way so far, but it's serviceable. Let's see. We got our harpoon upgrade. How much money have we got left? 475. I think we can afford to get something else started. This one's being worked on. Let's go ahead and get sales technology for plus 8% speed. Puts us down to 275. We can deliver goods in Cape Town. We actually can do this. I didn't think we had 50 cargo space. Maybe we had extra stuff. Or maybe that's because we're not actually supplied right now. Let's unveil the Irene's Destiny. 1 to 31 days away. $250 plus some prestige. Because I suspect once we actually get the amount of supplies we should have, that we will no longer have the appropriate cargo space to handle that. Let's see if that's the case. Yeah, we don't. Alright, so we need a bigger ship to take that sort of thing on. Let's go ahead and sail away then. And looks like we have to track their route and see if we can find their wreck somewhere along the way. Guess we'll go ahead and do that. We can pick up our research as it should be done by the time we get back over to Peterhead. Looks like we are beclaimed. What is this? Yep. The research is finished. Unveil the Irene's Destiny. We're doing that game. Ooh, your lookout spots the ship you were looking for. Seems they are struggling at sea trying to defend themselves from some kind of creatures attacking their hull. Action stations. Lower the whaleboats and prepare to fight. We don't have cannons. And we don't have a crew member with the perfect shot skill, so we can either abandon them or fight. So let's fight. Hopefully it's not things that are going to murder us. Yeah, that's fine. Actually clicked auto assign instead of last there. Ooh, it's a young great white. Still only 8 HP and they got an event that stuns them, so that's good for us. And you only get to use one of your people in a boat's abilities. So I couldn't protective maneuver or strike twice. We only get one. So we'll let Lewis do that, since when your crew member kills an enemy, they get a significant morale bonus here. The XP doesn't change at all, but whoever kills it gets more morale. And your captain doesn't really get any extra benefit from doing it, as they're always just going to get 1 prestige, at least from what I've seen so far. Let's go ahead and take all that. Ups our food to 188 days, seems fine. We want to continue on to Peterhead. We could return and just get our money, but I think since we're this far, getting our research is probably better. While walking on the deck of your ship, you notice a few of your men relaxing after a hard day and playing dice. They invite you to play, and you ask yourself if that could be a way to solve your money shortage. I mean, we're not that short on money. Could take our chances? No, we're not going to waste our money on stupid games. Our money's not that short, come on. We've still got enough to get back and get our payout. I hope. Anyway. We are not going to have enough, probably, to start another research thing going on here, but there could be a new job. We could deliver goods to Hortia. And we may have enough supplies to get there. Let's maybe take that. We're definitely going to unveil the Kate's Destiny. Let's see. We got 74 days. Yeah, we can unload a lot of this extra food, and this should be enough to get us to Hortia. So we're going to take that as well. And what is our money looking like? 171. So we really can't afford to start any more research, I don't think. So it's just sailing away at this point. I don't know if we need to report back here to get the money for the delivery, or whether the money will be paid on the way there. And luckily, it looks like the Irene's thing is on the way to Hortia too. So that's 2 ships with 1 harpoon, so to speak. Oh, okay. The ship we were looking for is just right there, struggling at sea. Yeah, let's fight again. Just a creature encounter this time. We don't know if it's sharks or what. Last use, please. It is a newborn great white. Why are they having trouble with a newborn great white? I'll never know. But if we get money for helping them, then that's fine by me. The day is ours. Go ahead and take all that extra food stuff. We're going to head right back and get that money, as we are a little, light on cash. Ooh, this is new. While updating your log, one of your men knocks at your door. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Captain, but I must ask you something of import. My only sister wrote to me, saying that she will soon marry, and I would like to attend her wedding. Would you consider briefly visiting my hometown for the celebrations? Well, I don't know where your sister's at, but I guess there's no harm in saying yes. We'll see where that is. Oh, it's over by Nantucket. That is perfectly fine. We will do that. Let's collect our reward. 250 in our pockets, a little bit of prestige, and now we can probably afford to get some more upgrades going. See, they're working on that. So we can get better hammocks for 2 HP restored per day. That seems useful, as people do get injured while hunting. Let's start that. Still keeps us over 200, so I think that's fine. We'll check our supplies again. Might as well unload some of that food. Let's just top off our stuff just a little bit here. Still got enough cargo space. Barely. Exactly, I guess you could say. So that we can do our delivery to Hortia. Or it may be Horta. There's no I after the T there. I'm not really familiar with that name. Hopefully I am not mutilating names too awfully badly here. As you cross a peculiarly rocky area, you notice some debris among the rocks, probably coming from a ship recently wrecked there. With due caution, you think you can recover something useful from the wreckage. So we can try to gather resources. The ship from +2 to +6 barrels of random types, and 75% that will get damaged. Nah, we're full anyway. We'll keep following our course. No use to try to salvage things we have no room to take on board. Working shoulder by shoulder with one of your men, you come to appreciate his attitude so much that you unintentionally start feeling jealous of him. His shipmates love him because he is always in a good mood and asks about their thoughts and feelings. Becoming more like him will make me a better captain. So we got an 80% chance to get the sociable trait, which it says is good, but as we know from the whole greedy thing, may not actually be good or bad. It's just what the game is marking them, and 20% chance to become solitary. Sure, let's give it a shot. Looks like we got sociable. So what is sociable, pray tell? See, greedy, diligent, teetotal. We don't drink any grog. Sociable, +5 to crew and morale. That's very useful. That is a good trait. Awesome. Let's continue upon our merry way. It's like we skirted around the edge of a storm there. And we are beclaimed. Ship sails with no winds, -90% speed. That is horrible. Okay, so we've reached our destination. Order our men to unload the shipment. Easy money is the best. So did we get paid? Or... no, we have to go back to Peterhead to get the money. Oh yeah, we haven't gone back to Nantucket for that yet either. We've got money. We've got relatively good supplies. See, these are active until September. Let's go hunt some whales, and then we'll head back to Nantucket. We have enough food for 61 days. Should be okay. Okay, they're throwing dice again. We are just not going to waste money. If they want to play, that's fine. As long as they don't get themselves in trouble with each other or have hard feelings among the crew, I don't really care. But we're not going to throw away our hard-earned money. Potentially. Let's hunt some whales. Please let them be good whales. Alright, last used. I definitely want us and John to level up if possible. Nope, still newborns. That's a little disheartening. I would like to have harder prey. Looks like we didn't get any hits there. John got hit and now he's bleeding. And we're stunned, so that's not great. Alright, well, kill it. Alright, yeah, just not much to be had from these. We may do one more. Let's go ahead and start the time back up. We'll lower the whaleboats. We are going to let John sit this one out because he's injured, so we'll put ourselves, Lewis, and Alan in this time. And Alan can heal, but as nobody needs healing, we'll go ahead and do his cabin boy dice, which are not as good as those of us with actual hunting skill, but still can be useful, especially against a 3 HP enemy. And yet none of us do anything worth doing. And again. Alright, well, we'll let you try to heal now. Hopefully we'll kill it this time, but yeah, there we go. If not, we had the medicine on backup. The day is ours. Alright, let's take all of this. And we're just not making good headway with these newborns, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to complete this quest, and then we'll head to Nantucket and get our research, start new research, and I think that's where we'll call the episode. Ooh, looks like we've got another event. Oh, we're in a storm. Okay. The storm's massive swells cause your ship to roll so fiercely that your lookout falls out of the crow's nest and lands on the deck with a sickening crunch. One of his legs looks badly damaged, with the broken bone sticking out through the skin. So we don't have the attributes to do these. We can amputate him, and there's an 80% chance he'll be maimed, or 20% chance he'll just die. Or we could let him rest, and then there's 50% chance that he's fine, and 50% chance that he dies. You know what? At this point, I would rather have a 50% chance that there is no bad effects than an 80% chance of being maimed. Not that I know what maimed does, but it sounds horrible. So let's do that. He did not make it. Well, that is sad. Hopefully we don't need our third crew member before we get back to Nantucket and can hire someone else. Probably someone of a little higher level, since we lost him at level 1. You sail close to the town of the sailor who asked you to visit home in order to see his soon-to-be-married sister. His countenance makes it evident that he expects you to drop the anchor and let him go home. Sure, that's why we came here. After waiting for your man to come back for hours, you head to the mainland, I guess is what it's trying to say. See what is going on. The plot thickens. By following a villager's instructions, you reach your crew member's sister's house, a wooden cabin just outside the village. Your man sits on the front porch with his sister, dressed in mourning. As soon as you approach, he greets you with a bitter smile. I have missed the day she became a bride, and instead greet her as a widow. Oh. We can give 100 gold and gain the generous trait. So if generous is the opposite of greedy, then generous is actually a bad trait for us, so we don't want that. So we can pray for her, or for her husband, I suppose, and get a superstitious trait. Hunter Lewis will get grateful. We can let him stay here. No, we're not going to do that. We'll just apologize, say we're sorry, head back to the ship. He'll be grateful to us. Should improve morale, I hope. Yeah, by a ton. Lewis is at 51 morale, despite his sister's husband's death, because we are so kind. We're just gregarious like that. Alright. Let's go back to Nantucket, collect our stuff, see if we can hire a new shipmate, and get some more upgrades going. So, yeah, we got 73. They got 10. What jobs do you have available? New whaling area, 41 days away. Well, we want to collect this reward. We'll go ahead and accept that, too. We'll see where it is sending us. Then we want to look for a hireling. So, we lost a scientist. There's also craftsmen, who I don't really know what they do, but we've got more prestige now, so we could hire a level 4 craftsman. He has drunkard, so that would cancel out our teetotal, so he would drink our share too. Balanced rationing decreases your crew's food consumption by 10%. I mean, that's nice, but the drunkard is horrible. Let's see about a scientist of level 4. Looks like he has got have some rest, health points regained, resting in the forecastle ship compartment are increased by 2. That's okay. We could even get like a level 7 who has emergency kit, the character's science dice, gains emergency kit in all combats, restore health points to multiple targets. That sounds awesome. And bandages. Characters on the whaleboat are immune to the bleeding effect caused by enemy attacks. His lay is 8% as compared to like this guy's lay of 4%, but the medical kit or emergency kit plus bandages sounds awesome. That's some of the skills that I'm wanting to get on our captain eventually. But in the meantime, I think it's perfectly reasonable for us to go ahead and hire him. So let's do that. So he'll get a slightly bigger share of the loot than the previous person will, but I think overall it's a good investment. See, we got our research done. We can research, well, that's being worked on. So let's upgrade our harpoons again to do 10 base damage. Yep, get that started. We're at 210. We've got to complete some quests or do some whaling to keep ourselves in the black. But I think we should be able to do that as we go forward, just with careful planning and aggressive whale slaughtering, so to speak. And on that note, I think we'll call it here for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, let me know in the comments and by leaving a like below. Is this something that you'd like to see more episodes of in the future? Because I'm certainly willing to play more of it and listen to more rollicking sea shanties. But so long for now, and until next time, friends, be excellent to each other.